Hello everybody, it is a favorite boy tech support back with another video. Okay class, so today I have a maths video for you. Okay, so today I'm going to be solving this question on quadratic polynomial. If the square difference of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial f of x equal to x square plus kx plus 30 is equal to 169, find the value of k and the zeros. Okay, so what are zeros? Zeros are basically values for x such that the equation is equal to 0. For example, we have to find a value for k, as you can see, k, and we have to find two numbers because a quadratic polynomial can have 2, 1 or 0 zeros, but it's either 1 or 2 in this case. We'll find out soon. It's actually, we know it's 2 because there's a square difference. I'll explain that in a second. But we have this question, x squared plus kx plus 30, and we have to make sure we find a k value and x values that this is equal to 0. Okay, so let's get started. So firstly, here are a few things you have to know about a quadratic polynomial. The two solutions for x, we are saying they are the, wait a second man, what's wrong with you people? Yeah, is alpha and beta. Mind my handwriting, and I genuinely don't care. Okay, because I have to kind of do this on a mouse, and as you all know, I am cracked at Call of Duty. So okay, anyway, so we are saying these two Greek symbols also, you don't have to use these, but I use them because it's a lot easier instead of calling them something like random letters, right? Or it doesn't really matter. Anyway, your choice. My rules, my life, my rules. Okay, let's continue. So the first things we have to know is that a quadratic polynomial is in the form of ax squared minus bx plus c. Okay, where minus b by a, and also guys remember, minus b by a in a quadratic polynomial is always equal to alpha plus beta. Yeah, and c by a will always be equal to alpha times beta. All right, so now we have these two very important equations. I'll just put them in a box right here. Okay, now we have these two really important equations, so let's get to solving this question now. Okay, so firstly, what do we know? The square difference is equal to 169. So I'll just write it in this bar here. The square difference means that alpha minus beta, if I were to square this, I would get 169. Now I'll draw another box here to form a little equation. Okay, so I know that 169 is a perfect square, so I will take the square root of both the sides here. Okay, square root of both the sides, and I'll just write it here, and I will get alpha minus beta is equal to 13. Now what I'm going to do is, if I know alpha minus beta is equal to 13, I'm going to make an equation for alpha, and I'm going to say that, sorry, wait, this is a bad looking alpha, as all alphas are. Okay, alpha is equivalent to 13 plus beta. Okay, so now that we know this, what else do we know? We don't have b here, right? We don't have b, so we can't find out what alpha plus beta is equal to. As you can see, I'm just doing this here, but we do know that c is equal to 30 and a is equal to 1. So I'll just write this here, that c is equal to 30, a is equal to 1. Now as you can see, c by a is equal to alpha times beta. Why do I keep saying beta, yaar? I mean, I'm not a beta anyway, but you know how it is, right? I'm a sigma. No, sorry. Okay, so let's just pretty quickly solve this. So c by a is equal to 30 divided by 1, which is just 30, is equal to alpha times beta, right? Alpha times beta. But remember, here we have an equation for alpha already. We know that alpha is equal to 13 times beta. So instead I'm going to write alpha times beta is equal to beta times 13 plus beta. Okay class? I thought so. Good boys and girls. I don't discriminate. Unless you're gay. Anyway, so as I was saying, right, we have beta times 13 plus beta, right? So now we get, just give me a second, 30 is equivalent to beta squared plus 13 beta. Okay class, so I'll just make this into a box of equation as well. So what am I going to do with this? I'm going to make a quadratic polynomial out of this. Is that fine class? So I'm going to shift this 30, I'm going to subtract 30 on both sides, so I get 0 on one side, so I can solve this quadratic polynomial. Okay, so let's go. Beta squared plus 13 beta minus 30 is equal to 0. Now if you're not as big of a handsome billionaire playboy genius as me, and you don't have 69 girlfriends like me, right, what you can do is you can use the quadratic polynomial equation. But okay, so in case you want to copy down, the zeros of a quadratic polynomial is equal to minus b by a plus or minus square root. Plus or minus means it's plus, that we have two zeros, right? So we have plus this and also minus this. Okay, minus b square minus 4ac, also it's minus b by 2a, yeah, by 2a. But see, I am as I said, I'm a billionaire genius playboy, right? So I don't need this, because I know that if I were to split this, right, and if I were to split this like beta squared plus 15 beta minus 2 beta minus 30 equal to 0, I have an equation here, right? I can basically just take here, I will just take beta as common, right? So I will get beta is equal to beta times beta plus 15, and remember, because it's a quadratic, I must also have beta plus 15 here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take minus 2 as common. Okay, so we have minus 2 and we have beta plus 15, righto? No, we have beta plus 15, no? And as you can see, this we can just say that beta plus, I'm actually going to just draw another line here because boundaries are important in relationships and mathematics, guys. Beta plus 15 times beta minus 2. So as you can see, I have a long list here, right? So what am I going to do? I know that beta is equal to minus 15 and plus 2. So what does this mean is that I will have I'll have 4 different values for 2 different equations. I'll tell you what I mean. So if beta can be minus 15 and it can be plus 2, that means alpha here can be minus 2 and plus 15. Righto? And what we know here is that if this is the case, right, if we have, sorry, wait, give me a sec. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I dumb? No, I'm not. I'm a genius. We have 13 plus minus 15, which is equal to minus 2, and we have 15 and 2. And because we know that minus b by a is equal to alpha plus beta, right? We know that alpha and beta can be plus or minus, alpha is plus or minus 15, beta is plus or minus 2, and I'll write the value of k on top here. It's plus or minus 17. Why? Because 15 plus 2 is 17 and minus 15 minus 2 is minus 17. Hence k is equal to plus or minus 17 and alpha is equal to plus or minus 15 and beta is equal to plus or minus 2. If you're confused, you're just retarded, okay, and you're gay. Sorry, I don't hate you, but get better, you and a tech illiterate bloody bastard. Okay class, bye bye.